Right, you might be raising an eyebrow. Bryan and Mbeumo. Manchester United look like they're about to get him over the line. He only wants Manchester United, and it isn't the flashy superstar transfer you might have been used to under Ed Woodward, but it is the sort of intelligent, very good Premier League proven signing that might just work for us. This could be a real savvy move by Manchester United. Brentford will sell, it seems, for the right price, even though we've not managed to come to that agreement just yet. He isn't on every giant club's radar, but it does mean that Manchester United can get a pretty decent signing here. He's not going to be cheap. It's going to be in the 55, 60, maybe even a touch more sort of price range. But I think that's fair value for someone that's goal scorer in the Premier League. United can set the terms or we can walk away on this one. But for once, I don't think we're going to get dragged into any sort of bidding war. It feels like the power lies with United. But why Mbeumo? Well, let's get into what he's all about. He is a pacey, direct, goal-focused, wide forward that loves to cut in from the right-hand side onto his left foot, and score goals. Last season, he did that in abundance for Brentford. He racked up 20 goals and 7 assists in the Premier League, which are eye-catching numbers. But he was also clinical with it. He converted 23.5 of his shots into goals, which was one of the best rates in the league. And he isn't just about goals. He does bring creativity, but he also brings hard-working qualities as well. He averages roughly 1.8 key passes per game, which is bloody good. And about half of his take-ons are successful, which again is a very high conversion rate. He can beat defenders. He isn't just a flashy dribbler. He's pretty direct with it, but he also seems to pick his moments when to drive, when to come inside, when to use footwork, when to use pace. And he doesn't slack off the ball. He averages 1.3 tackles per game, which is very high for a forward. And that two-way work rate, the passing, the pressing, the tracking back, and the shooting is exactly what a modern manager like Ruben Amorim demands from his attackers. Now let's talk tactics. Right now, Ruben Amorim is deploying a 3-4-3, and I would expect that to be largely the same formation next season, even if there might be a tactical tweak or so. And within that system, those wide attackers are not traditional touchline wingers, but inside forwards that play sort of just behind a striker. Essentially, the two wide men act like dual number 10s that start from the flanks. And Mbeumo would slot in as the right side attacker in this trio, and he would do so fantastically. He can thrive in this role. At Brentford, he played a bit of a hybrid winger second striker role anyway. He often started on the right and then drifted inside to join the attack. And that's basically what Ruben Amorim is going to be looking for when it comes to this right inside forward role. The role demands pressing. The role demands link-up play. The role demands well-timed runs beyond the striker and beyond the back line. And Mbeumo can tick every single one of those boxes in sequence. He has the pace to sprint in behind, he has the stamina to press defenders relentlessly, and his left foot finishing from the right-hand side is absolutely top draw and lethal. United, if they were looking to just go on stats and profile, arrive at a photograph of Bryan Mbeumo.
Let me tell you a little bit of something that I've learned in my experience working in construction. It can be an absolute headache. You're trying to juggle invoices, you're trying to juggle deliveries, you're trying to juggle manpower, and it can all get a little bit too much. Let me introduce you to Priceworks. It's a little bit of kit that's going to sort out everything for you. And I wish I had this when I was on site. Whether you're pricing up jobs, sending invoices, or you're sorting the materials out, Priceworks has got your back. Trust me, no more messing about, just cracking on with the work. Let the software take care of all the paperwork. And it's bang on for all trades. Whether it's plumbers, roofers, scaffolders, landscapers, Priceworks keeps everyone top of their game. And here's the best bit, you can directly support my channel and help your business run smoother on site by going checking out Priceworks. Let Priceworks give you a hand. Sign up at the link in the description, and trust me, you're gonna wonder how you ever managed without it. Priceworks, build your business better at priceworks.co.uk.
And I don't think Amorim's as rigid as he's come across in his tactics. He will adapt the 3-4-3 to suit the players and his strengths. And you can bet that he's going to maximise Mbeumo's qualities, those quick transitions, the 1-2s, the instinctive finishing. Picture a front line. Looks like Cunha on the left-hand side and Mbeumo on the right. That middle piece is the one that needs fixing. But this front three is shaping up to have the freedom to interchange, the freedom to exploit space, And I think with Mbeumo's smart off-the-ball movement, he will find gaps between defenders. He will receive passes. He will finish chances. He could basically be, for Amorim, what Goncalves has been for Amorim Sporting. A secondary goal threat that cuts in and lives and thrives in those half spaces. Now, it's not all going to be smooth sailing. Manchester United last season finished 15th. A ton of question marks in a ton of areas, actually. How's he going to fare against teams that sit in a low block? Not something Brentford face very often, if we're being honest with ourselves. United do face that sometimes, and we failed against that by and large last season. Teams that crowd the box, that just sit and wait for you. Well, actually, I think Mbeumo is a player that thrives in open space. He thrives on the transitions, and he's not really known for unlocking pack defenses. Certainly not the best at breaking down a set defense. He usually isn't the one to thread a killer pass through a wall of defenders, or maybe even dribble through a crowded box. I think that's maybe more suited to Ahmad than it is to Mbeumo. So if opponents do sit deep, I don't know if he's going to have the same sort of impact as he does in those open games and those open transitions. United are going to need other creative outlets that can provide the magic, while Mbeumo focuses on being the quick, sort of very direct player that sniffs out any weakness or any gaps in the armour. The second consideration that's probably worth looking at is the synergy with a striker. What that's going to be. At Brentford, you've seen him play off someone else holding the ball up. They lay it off for him. Can United replicate that with Xerxes? Or whoever the main striker is going to be? If it's Højlund, can he be the focal point and lay it off for Mbeumo? I have my doubts. Could Xerxes? I think Xerxes' link-up play is fantastic. I don't know if he's getting high enough up the pitch to be able to drop it in for someone. I could see that working quite well with Cunha and Mbeumo being either side of him. If it's Gyökeres, could he do that? If not, he's going to struggle to find the same sort of openings that we've seen him creating at Brentford. He's going to be less effective operating purely in the middle himself because of his own height and size. He is the best when he cuts in wide and he plays off someone that's a bigger forward. The good news is Amorim's system does naturally encourage the interplay, and they'll start wide and gravitate centrally because of the way that free works. You would hope Amorim's going to pair him with a striker that's going to be looking for those sorts of things. Like I said, it could be a Xerxes, it could be a Gyökeres. If they get it and they gel, it could be a deadly sort of 1-2 punch coming from either the left or the right, with Cunha doing it on one side and Mbeumo doing it on the other. Different sort of style of player, but both quite effective in what they would be doing. I think all things considered, I think he's a really shrewd signing for Manchester United. He's a player that's pretty much in his prime. You're going to be expecting him to hit the ground running. Sensational if he delivers 20 goals and 7 assists. Probably not going to do that because it's Manchester United and there are other issues at us, and there will be a little bit of time for adaptation and gelling. But I think United are going to be calling the shots in this one. He clearly wants to join us. That's a massive tick in the box anyway. But I think it's a really bold, a really intelligent move, and it shows some outside of the box thinking. He is not a big name. He is not going to shift a million shirts. But I think he's a player that really does fit the tactical system that Ruben Amorim is trying to play. But let me know in the comments. Do you think Mbeumo would thrive at United under Amorim? Or the limitations of dribbling inside the box and maybe not quite being able to break a low block down? Is that something that we need? Is there other options and angles within the squad that might be able to fix that? Is he the sort of guy that thrives in the more chaotic kind of games, the bigger games? Do we need that? I mean, we were so bad against virtually everybody that just winning some games will be a positive. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts on what I've had to say. Give me your own thoughts on Mbeumo and who would be the ideal partner for him if we are still looking to bring in a centre forward. Let me know in the comments. See you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.